Hello and welcome to LFC Focus. Liverpool are taking on Sunderland at the Stadium of Light on Monday afternoon, looking to keep up the pressure on Premier League leaders Chelsea. So I think it's safe to say, with this game kicking off about 44 hours after the final whistle against Man City, that we are going to see some changes in this game. I don't think it'll be wholesale changes. We probably won't see like the League Cup 11 where Jurgen Klopp changed all 11 of his players for one of the games. But I think there will be some shuffling. Mignolet will probably stay the same. I reckon we will see a change with the fullbacks, whether that's Moreno coming in for Milner or Trent Alexander-Arnold coming in for Klein. I don't know. I think it comes down to who Klopp thinks suits this game better. Maybe he will go for Moreno just because he's got more first team experience than Alexander-Arnold. Centre backs, we could see a change. I think if Matip was fit, we definitely would. But the problem is with Lovren and Klavan, Lucas is the only other centre back option that we have. Klopp might go for him. I think if he does, we'll probably see Klavan come out the side because Lovren is a more experienced player at Liverpool. He's got more experience of Premier League football, and the Stadium of Light, while Sunderland aren't the best team, is still quite a difficult stadium to go to. So I don't think we're going to see too many changes at the back. The midfield would probably stay pretty much the same. There are rumours that Sturridge and Origi are going to start together though, so we may see what we had in the League Cup where Klopp almost played a 4-4-2 diamond kind of formation. Whether we'll see someone like Ovie Ejaria come in and play that number 10, or whether it will be someone like Roberto Firmino perhaps, we have yet to see. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for Sturridge and Origi up top, given that neither of them started the game against Man City. So even though there will be changes, I think Liverpool still have what it takes to beat Sunderland, because at the end of the day, they are quite simply the better side, and they've got enough squad depth that even with the couple of injuries they have to Matip and Coutinho at the moment, making these big number of changes still shouldn't be too much of a problem. So here's my 3 reasons why Liverpool will beat Sunderland on Monday afternoon. So first of all, I said he was probably going to start this game, and I think if he does, he'll be the difference for Liverpool. It's Daniel Sturridge, and in games like these, he just has that extra quality that sets him apart from any other players on the pitch. He may not be world class in the way that Coutinho is, but he has that extra dimension to his game where he can just create something out of nothing. He showed that in the Merseyside derby when he created the Mane goal. And he just has the ability to set himself apart from all the other players. And I think if this game does start to prove to be a struggle for Liverpool, and they're struggling to get a foothold, they're struggling to get a goal to put them in the lead, Daniel Sturridge is the player they can look to finish off just one chance, one moment, and maybe even win them the game just like that. Second of all, I think that Liverpool's FA Cup fixture gives them advantage in this game, because not only is it being played on Sunday, whereas Sunderland's is being played on a Saturday, but Sunderland have Burnley, whereas Liverpool have Plymouth Argyle. And while I don't think Sunderland will go for the FA Cup massively this season, because obviously their focus will be on Premier League survival, I wouldn't be surprised if they still put a little bit into that game against Burnley, because obviously you don't want to be humiliated now, no matter what side you put out, whereas Liverpool can pretty much bring out the youngsters for the game against Plymouth, because those youngsters like Ejaria, Woodburn and Alexander-Arnold have all shown that they've got what it takes to play for Liverpool. Maybe not in the Premier League, but in these cup games against the slightly lesser teams, they have what it takes to win for Liverpool. So I think Sunderland may have to rest a few more players than Liverpool do. And when you add to that the fact that Sunderland are struggling with a few injuries at the moment, they picked up a few in their last game, I think Liverpool will definitely have the better squad going into this game, and they won't have to look ahead to an FA Cup game in the same way that Sunderland will. And finally, I think the rotation in the League Cup has given Liverpool the chance to show that changing their 11 up, even massively with, like I said, changing all 11 players, isn't a problem for them. They've had quite a few players come in this season, all of whom have shown that they've, like I said, got what it takes, and they're just fine playing for Liverpool, really. So if we do make all these changes, even if we do bring in some youngsters, I think that they'll have the confidence that they'll be able to take from these games in the League Cup to know that they can do it for Liverpool. And I think that that will end up being a massive help for us. If Sunderland do the same and they rotate and bring in youngsters, I think it'll be a different story, because I'm not a Sunderland fan, so I don't know if they've got any young up-and-coming players, but I haven't heard much from their corner. So as far as I know, if Liverpool and Sunderland both go for making changes, Liverpool will come off the better from it. So that's all for today's video. Here's hoping that Liverpool can get the 3 points, not forgetting that Chelsea have to go to White Hart Lane 2 days later. We could be seeing Liverpool move to win 3 points of Chelsea if results go our way this weekend. So here's hoping. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow at LFC Focus TV on Twitter. Bye for now.